Hello everyone, today is Tuesday, October 1st. It's about 6:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just getting around to making today's video. I have another live trading video from Jim. Before I speak about that, first I want to show you our website address up here in the upper left, and if you click on the contact link, you can find my email address and phone number, and of course feel free to contact me if you'd like to speak to me or send me an email. And then of course the easiest way to see our YouTube channel is to click on this little icon right here, and that'll take you directly to our YouTube channel. And we have some playlists here, so all Jim's live videos are on the live trading playlist, which is right here. So today's video from Jim is really important because in it he talks about how he qualified for the combines and how the Autotrader helped him to do this, and that before using the BWT Autotrader he had some problems with his consistency and execution, and that the Autotrader was instrumental in helping him qualify for these combines, and he's qualified for 5 combines. So it's a real interesting discussion about trading and having an edge and executing that edge and what it takes. And he also mentions, really, that I found very interesting, is that his success came about at the beginning of April, around April, when he started sending me these videos. Was around May, I believe, or middle of April. And so far we've not seen a losing day. So his performance has been incredible using the Autotrader to help him execute. So stick around. Not only were there great trades in today's video, his commentary at the end of the video that I think you will find very useful and beneficial to give some perspective on how to get to that place that you want to be, where you're having that kind of profitability and consistency and having the right tools to do it. And that's what we strive to provide to you, is the very best tools in this business. So before I begin, I just want to show one chart from today, and that is the NASDAQ on the 1597 Heikin Ashi tick. We had that open range trade. It was a couple of hours into trading. We would have had it here, but this chart is a limit order with an 8-tick pullback. So probably what happened here is we didn't get filled, and then we finally got filled here. We didn't get filled here because the look back from red bars to blue was probably too long, so we didn't get filled here. But we did get filled here, and our $500 goal on a single contract was hit. Okay, let's have a look at Jim's video from today, Tuesday, October 1st.
Okay, October 1st, about an hour before market open. I will have to leave this morning. I just showed the computer clock here. All right, well, I'm going to leave this template running. I am actually bullish, despite the fact that right now we are trading below the step MA, but anything above 77.60 is bullish. The initial try into trying and break out above 78.10, 78.20. So far, I can't really say it's failed. I'm not going to say it failed unless we start trading at least below 77.80. So definitely above 77.60 and above 77.80. I am bullish, would not want to take any shorts. If we start breaking 77.60, it's a whole different ball game. But there is no point thinking about this now. All right, so I am going to leave, and this template will stay running. Hopefully the recording comes out, and I should be back around 11. Okay, so just came back. It's a few minutes before 11 o'clock. The morning template worked out beautifully. I hope the recording came out. I think it did because when I came home, it was still going, so I'm sure it's fine. But then this was unexpected. Okay, so I'm just going to be thinking out loud here. So we definitely reached 78.10, 78.20, broke through it. Next up was supposed to be 78.50, but we just barely, I think, touched 78.40. And then there was a pretty hard sell-off. Now, as I mentioned in the morning, that 77.60 is crucial. I mean, that's 78.60 is the only thing that would hold this thing up. And it's having a hard time here. So now all right, I'm not really sure, so I'm gonna just put the recording on pause here. Here is the thing, above 77.60 is still bullish, kinda, maybe neutral. Above 77.80, I'd feel a lot more comfortable about taking longs. But if we break 77.60, then the next stop is 77.30 and lower. So I'm gonna have to wait. Okay, well, this is not a healthy market. Went below 60. They're trying their best to hold it, but I don't think they will. And now I'm clicking shorts upon the break of the volatility stop. I will take a short. The test of 60, I mean, 60 is such a crucial number. They should have just tested it and bounced right out of it. Instead, we have this lower lows and lower highs. Yeah, I have no hesitation. They're just going to break it down, and next stop is 30. No question about it. And here is the short, and it's going to be quick. Wow, it could be a repeat of Friday. I mean, a lot of the price action today looks a lot like Friday. And this template, I believe, has the trail stop. Yes, it does. It does have a trail stop. All right, so I'm not sure if I have to pause this or not. It might happen quickly or they might take their time, but trading below 60 doesn't leave anything to the imagination. Here they come. Below 60 means 30. Below 30 is 7,700 and lower. A lot like Friday. Rinse and repeat. So first they came within a tick or two of failing my first target, and then they came within a tick or two of stopping me out. But here is the first target. Trail stop kicked in. And 30 was right there. I don't think it's close enough. I don't think it's close enough to 30. I think they need a full test of 30. Let's see if they'll get my trail before they hit 30. Not sure. Did I show time in sales for this one? All right, if they get my trail, I'm gonna keep the shorts on. I still believe they must have a better test of 30. That doesn't really count. What was the low there? Like 35? still believe in a actual test of 30. All right, so it looks like they're gonna take me at the trail stop. All right, yep. So they got my trail. I'm gonna keep the shorts on because I just don't think they're done with the downside. Maybe let's take a look at the trade from this morning. So let's take a look at the trade from this morning. So right upon market open, 2 contracts, price went above the step MA, blue bars, a long, real quick, no heat of any kind. First target, second target, and this has $500 stop and target. And so just minus commissions. Very easy trade. This one proves to be a little more difficult, but like I said, I'm gonna keep the shorts on. I have about $220 to go for my daily target on this chart. So, because this is the same template with a $500 stop and target. So I just don't think they're done. If they start breaking above 60, I might reconsider. But as long as they're below 60, I don't think that low of 35 or whatever we had is good enough. I think they actually need to test 30. It's that important of a number. All right, I'm gonna pause the video. All right, walked away for a second. So here is the second short. First target is down there, right at the day's low. Now I only need $220, so it's just on 2 contracts, so it's a bit more than 5 points. So actually, I should be out at maybe around like 37 or something. Sorry, guys, stepped away for a second, and well, there you go. Daily target reached. This time I got some bad slippage. It happens, I guess. So even though we are done here with this account, I still think we should be testing 77.30 on a downside. So let me just click this now, just in case. So yeah, this one, was not as smooth as the first account, but still, first target out on a trail, and then another short, and target reached with some bad slippage this time. That's all right. Let me just show again time and sales and computer clock. By the way, a quick word for those of you who have funded accounts, be careful. Don't do what I do and leave a template running unless you know, and you should know, your agreement with a funding company. For example, Autotrader does not allow to trade during news announcements, but not every news announcement. You need to make sure you know which news announcements are permitted and which are not. Now, Earn to Trade has no problem with me trading during any news announcement, so I'm much more comfortable with that. And Earn to Trade gives a much more customized agreement, I think, based on your evaluation. During the evaluation process, when you have the combine, the sim account, I think based on that, they decide what they allow you and don't allow you to do. So always make sure you know specifically what your agreement allows and does not allow.
Okay, so one last thing. I promised to give updates on my latest combine from Earn to Trade, which I started August 24th. So just have about 3 weeks to go now. The gauntlet, which is the name for their combine, is 2 months long. They expect you to trade at least 30 out of the 61 days. They want you to have a 10% target without reaching a 10% drawdown. And you can see my drawdown is 5.28% and my profit is 25.10%. So I'm obviously way above the target. I was extremely aggressive the first week and actually reached the target within the first, I believe, 4 days. I just wanted to see if I could do it. I erased the name because this combine is actually in my wife's name and I want to keep her out of it. If it was my name, I would have just kept it in the open. But so the reason I'm saying this is not to pat myself on the back, but there was a question if it's possible to use the BWT Autotrader to get funded. And I can tell you that every single trade, I'll say again, every single trade on this combine was taken with the Autotrader. There was 0 manual trades. Every single trade was with the Autotrader. It really, it just helps with the discipline, with the structure. It helps with the execution, with the trailing stops and targets and everything else. What I'm going to say now, I did not come up with myself. Someone a lot smarter than I am said, to be a successful trader, you just need 2 things. You need an edge, and you need to be able to execute that edge consistently and accurately. So an edge is basically any set of rules, approach, methodology, whatever you want to call it, that increases your probability of having winning trades. And of course, risk-reward ratio is important as well. It's all part of that equation. So actually, I had an edge even before I purchased the Autotrader, but I still was not able to get funded, even though I tried with Autotrader and with TopStep. And that's because I was missing the second part. I was missing the execution of the edge part. I was not able to execute my edge with discipline, accurately, consistently, with no hesitation. And the Autotrader was really for me. The Autotrader changed everything because now I had my edge and I was able to execute that edge. Now, how many edges are there? Well, as many as there are successful traders. There is no one edge. There is no one approach. There is no one methodology or a set of rules that's going to make one successful. There are many, 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 many edges. It's not just one approach. So, you need to be comfortable with the edge that you have, because unless you are comfortable, you're going to find it extremely difficult to execute that edge. And I'll tell you from experience, even if you are comfortable with your edge, because I was, without a tool that would help you implement and execute that edge, it's going to be very difficult to get funded and to be a consistently profitable trader. And I just want to say, just to be clear, I got the Autotrader, I guess about a year ago. And then it took me about 3 months of learning and backtesting and finding how I can use the Autotrader to help me. After 3 months, I purchased a combine through Acct, and I got funded. It took me about 2 months. So that was maybe January or February, and then I purchased the second one, then I purchased the third one, and I got then I had 3 funded accounts, then a fourth one, and now this here is the fifth one. But I'm just saying this, I guess, to let you know that I've only been, I guess, consistently profitable for about maybe since April, so like 5 going on 6 months. So it is definitely not enough time to say, I got this. I do think I'm on the right path. I do think I still have a lot to learn. And I'm finding pretty much on a daily basis more and more ways that I can use the Autotrader to help my trading. And believe you me, this has nothing to do with being smart at all. I think trading in general has very little to do with being smart and a lot to do with having a good work ethic and discipline. And I think it is work ethic and discipline that's gonna help you, especially if you have the Autotrader, to not only have an edge, but be able to execute that edge consistently and successfully.